Hi, I'm April Goff Brown. I am your intuitive journey guide. This is Sunday, April 2nd, 2023, and I do a weekly oracle card reading that gets posted in my Intuitive Sage Goddess Circle. I want to start with a little story of something that went on this week, which was really amazing. I had my very first visit with a clairvoyant recommended by a friend of mine. And as she was cleansing her energy, getting prepared to do this reading with me, she wrote down a word and she was puzzled. She's like, I don't know why, but this word came up to me. And so when she finished and she turned and looked at me, she goes, great-grandmother. And I got some chills. My great-grandmother's name was Rose, and I never met her. She died in 1930, so long before I was born. And never talked about her in my family. It just, nobody knew anything about her. And those that did are no longer here with us. But she has, over the last couple of years, I've just felt this presence of her. And not sure why, but I've just been feeling this presence of her. And then a year ago, I was doing some book study with a friend, and we were looking at spirit guides and who our guardian angels were and naming them. And so the name that popped into my head, I actually found I have two guardian angels that I talk to frequently, but one was named Rose. And when I'm shuffling and doing my reading, sometimes the cards, I've asked, so Rose, what message? She never lets me pick the message. It always comes out, it flies out of the deck. And so I know that she's telling me something that I'm supposed to know. And so when knowing those two things, and when this woman said to me, great-grandmother, during the week, not soon after, I was looking at a potential oracle deck, one of the decks that she had used, and what came up in my feed was the Rose Oracle. Now, I'd seen this before, and it didn't call to me, but this time the Rose Oracle called to me big time, and so I bought it. And I have begun doing some readings with it, and I find the cards, well, first of all, the cards are probably the loveliest cards I've ever seen, and the message is the same. So I thought to begin with April, the beginning of the month, we're just at April 2nd, that I would do a reading using the Rose Oracle cards. And as I shuffled and turned them over, it's indeed a beautiful message. So see if this will resonate with you. The first card that I picked up is After the Rain. After the rain. And the message is here, silver lining, relief, hope, mercy. It's over, acceptance. Into our lives we hear rain will fall. I think there's even been songs about that. So those of you that may have been suffering through some things, who have gone through some painful experience, may be suffering through relationship issues, whatever it might be, there's a silver lining in the difficulties that you have been experiencing. There always is. We sometimes forget that though, don't we? So there's always that silver lining. Have this ending with a sense of relief. You're done with that suffering. Therefore, you can move on. It's over. It's time to move on. And the second card that had come up supports that so well, the second bloom. The second bloom. That is the most beautiful rose card, the second bloom. A second chance. It's never too late. Possibilities. And so just because something ends doesn't mean the world is over, even though it may feel like that for us sometimes. We are always given another chance. There is always another door that opens. It's never too late, new possibilities. So there is something out there for you, or someone out there for you, if it was a relationship, that is better for you, that is more of what your soul needs. Now, the third card, the Wild Rose, is the third card, and it says, do it your way, embrace your uniqueness untamed. You need to live your life in the best, most authentic way you possibly can. And this card is saying that, yes, this reading is saying may have been something painful. It may not have been something you wanted to end, but it did. There are possibilities. And what's the best thing about the possibility is you have a chance to now do it your way. And that has got to be the most wonderful message to begin the month of April as we move into this beautiful spring season up here, and knowing that life is just going to burst open over the next few weeks. And so let yourself burst open and do it your way. Now I'm going to do just a supportive one card pull. I'm going to pull from the other new deck I bought, the Priestess of Light. Which is absolutely just a beautiful deck filled with lots of symbolism. And I will probably read from the guide from it because of the amount of symbolism that's there. This one's turned over, so I'm going to use it. Deep Emotions. And underneath the word title it says Unknown Feelings, Past Life Influences. So let's see what Deep Emotions has to say it's number 15. In conjunction with this other reading. The Priestess of the Depths welcomes you to a side of life that most people never explore. The sacred triangle above her head, I'll show it to you, represents the Trinity of time, past, present, and future. This is surrounded by the circle of eternity, reminding you of the unending nature of life, cyclical, continuous, and connected. The ocean is layered with currents of all different speeds and directions. These layers of moving vibrations are like the emotions of your life. It's time to understand your patterns of motivation and reaction and recognize how you are affected by the things going on beneath the surface. Profound feelings you might not be facing are often still strong enough to direct your destiny, whether you want them to or not. Longing, attachment, and fear could send you in an entirely different directions than you desire. Such influences may stem from past lives, but whatever the origin, you need not be stuck with them forever. Look honestly at the patterns of your life to identify the undercurrents of emotions that are misdirecting you. Affirm that you can release toxic emotions and let go of longing and need. Call upon your own eternal spirit to help you navigate these depths of feeling and influence. The power of your soul transcends all limits of time, space, and energetic currents. When you feel the depth of peace it brings, you will be able to take conscious advantage of each moment and achieve joy in all the currents of your present experience. The present is a drop of life that cannot be separated from the vast ocean that is your eternal truth. So choose to infuse it with power and peace. The Priestess of the Light Oracle by Sandra Anne Taylor. I think it's an absolutely perfect card to support the reading this morning. It is time to let go of those things that don't serve you. You have a second chance. There is always a second chance, new possibilities. And this time, do it your way, celebrating you in all your uniqueness and authenticity. I hope this reading has been helpful for you. Until next time.